Okay, we'll see if this works better now. I was trying to go live a minute ago and just like dropping frames like crazy. So we'll see if this is more better. Can everybody hear me? Is everything good there? I'm gonna mute my computer so that it'll not pop up in the background anymore. I'm trying to get signed into chat. Apparently I have to sign into chat every time with OBS now. We'll see how all this is going down. All right, so yeah. Okay, it's Tuesday afternoon. I thought it would be a fun time to start doing a little stream. I have one more sticker left to draw for the Eldritch Breakfast Club. It is the Patreon exclusive. I have to draw the principal sticker, and so we're going to do that today. That's the plan. I've got my template that I used for all the other stickers sitting here in kind of a neutral gray color. I wonder if this would look better if I just did it flat. Ooh, like so. I don't like drawing on it flat, but we'll get used to it. So we got this sitting here like this. Let's actually, I can do this also. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. And that might make things better because it'll make my life a little easier, a little stable, more stable. So you got my iPad down here. Basically, I just want to prove that I am the one drawing it. Should connect to the live broadcast thingy so you can actually see the screen up here. We'll get it up and going. This is my big goal. I just want people to know I am, in fact, actually a drawing person. I might have to restart the air mirror monitoring here real fast. I had everything up, and then I guess my settings from when I had spent so much time figuring out how to do this before didn't get saved, and so I was like dropping 90% of my frames again, and I had to go back in and redo all the settings. To at least I had the conversation with my brother where he taught me how to do this right. Ready to go? I'm gonna close this window and reopen it. Do 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 do. The big pain in my butt for doing this is that I don't have a Mac. I have a Windows computer and an iPad that I'm trying to connect. So there we go. There. Everything's all set up now and back to where it's supposed to be. So maybe I should send out some kind of notification that I am live, and maybe people will want to come and join me. I don't know. I've never done this before. This is a whole new world for me. I'm not even showing as I'm unlisted. Yeah. This is gonna be a whole new way to live for me. So we're gonna head over, see how all of this goes down. I should probably set up an if this then that for this. Let's see. Let's go. We'll go with Twitter, and we'll let the tweets people know that I'm doing a live stream. Maybe they'll care. I'm sure just watching me type is super entertaining for everyone in the world. And I will also jump in. I'm going to piggyback off of my brother's community and go into his Discord server where he has a shameless self-promotion channel, and we'll see if anybody wants to come and visit me. That is not the video I just shared. But I guess it is, because the one that is currently live is not being listed. Am I no longer live? Is that the problem? This shows... There, I copied that URL. So now I guess I might have to redo that on my Twitter profile. Ah. Oh, you guys don't want me to get started on the shitification of Twitter and why everyone involved should be fired, ritualistically tortured. Why does it keep disconnecting? This is making me angry. Very, very, very angry. Everything is bad and is horrible. Come on, connect to the stupid thing so that people can see my drawing. There we go. Anyway, we're gonna call that done and get started. Here's the thing: is I actually had a couple of ideas for this month, this sticker, and I think I'm gonna do a little real rough sketch for both of them and kind of get a feel for what they were. I've sent out some pictures from my sketchbook to others. Basically, I have two ideas that I want to kind of go into. The first is like I know what I want is to have a like this is, I do not like this. I'm going back to having this. Sorry guys, I'm going to tilt this. It's not going to look as good on screen, but I need it for me to be able to draw. Okay. So I know that I basically want a real rough, like, principal elongated body, like, you know, basic something like this. Just real roughed in with the arms, one arm folded behind the back. The other one, I want it to be like doing the I'm watching you kind of thing. So actually, I think what I wanted to go with is I want that and then like have this one like pointing directly at the person looking. So here is where I'm not sure what I want to do. So this is going to be the same basic rough sketch on all of the bodies or all the stickers, but I have two real ideas here, and I'm just going to call this one. And the first one is like go classic Illuminati Bill Cipher kind of one big all-seeing eye and have him pointing like that. All right, and then the second one would be to have like a big orb universe head with like galactic void in the background. Oh, hey Pyramid, how's it going? Glad you could come check out my stream and see how bad I am at it. So second picture, and then he'd have like a bunch of eyes, right? So like just tons of eyes. Like he has infinite eyes. You can see everywhere. And then that hand would be the same here, but then it would like point to all of the eyes. So those are the two concepts I have is either just one giant all-seeing Illuminati eye or just a bunch of infinite eyes in like a nebula. How do I sound? Because I have my microphone way up here and I have the air conditioner still on, so I was a little nervous about that. When I sent my doodles from my sketchbook to my two friends that collaborate on most of my stuff, they were torn. One was always like, you can never go wrong with Bill Cipher references. And the other one was like, I really like the infinite eyes, all-seeing principle. So I don't know which one I want to do, and I thought I would come on here and kind of sketch them out and see what anybody else was thinking, because I don't know. I am leaning more towards the all-seeing eye because I think it'll be easier to draw and pull off and will read better as a sticker. That's something I've been learning more and more as I go along in the sticker process, is that sometimes it needs to be real basic. Stickers often have to read well from a distance and not necessarily ever like trying to get this balance here. I think I'm gonna have to live with the fact that that's about as good as this is gonna get. Anyway, I think maybe what I'll do is I will do a more detailed sketch of both heads and the body, and then decide from the detailed sketches which one I want to do first. So I will start with all the multi heads here, the ones that I've got pulled up. We'll just actually do the body first before we do anything else. And well, I can try getting rid of it by turning off the air conditioner. It might get a little warm in here, but I still have another fan going, so maybe that will help a bit. So let's do the body real fast, and I kind of wanted to keep it very simple and streamlined. I might even actually abuse the symmetry tool because I like the symmetry tool. And so we'll come in here. I want like a Men in Black or a Man in Black kind of torso, like just very much in the world of like the Slender Man, kind of wearing a suit, tie kind of thing. So we'll start with that. We're just sketching this in real rough to get an idea of the composition is what we're doing. Yeah, I really think the Illuminati eye is gonna read better as a sticker in general, so that's probably gonna be the one that wins out. I'm just gonna bring this body way down like this. There's just very long legs and just kind of closed in feet. That's a good enough body, and that's all I needed to have it in the symmetry. So we'll start with just the head of many eyes, and I'm actually going to use this circle tool. And here. And fun fact, if you double tap on the modifier, with these tools or any kind of thing that you're resizing in Fresco, you can resize from center. So that's a fun thing to know. I'm going to put this on its own layer, and I'm actually going to try moving this guy over to center so he is centered with this circle. There. And that just kind of gives me a reference, and we'll just draw in infinite eyes. And actually, there's a kind of a fun way to do eyes is just rough in circles. Your eye is an actual ball, like your eyeball is actually mostly spherical, at least if you have proper vision. Mine, you know, if you're nearsighted or farsighted, your eye might be elongated one way or the other. Good. I thought it might. I was worried. It's not super hot right now, so I probably don't need the air conditioner. But we'll also like just rough these in, and then you can shape which direction they're looking by controlling the eyelids. You just come down here and like control where the eyelid loop is, and that controls which direction the eye is looking. And I can tell you, I think I've already made the decision in my head. I liked this concept when I was drawing it in my sketchbook, but I am 100% sure at this point that I want to do the Illuminati head. I think it'll be more fun. It'll read better. So I'm just going to clear this layer. Clear layer. I see delete layer. Why am I not seeing the thing that I use all the time? Oh, I'll just delete the layer and start doing. And we're gonna come in here and we'll turn that guy off. Turn this guy back on. Oh, I couldn't clear that layer because I wasn't drawing on that layer. That layer was cleared. So let's grab the lasso tool and erase all of that. So we'll bring back us, come in here with our pencil, bring in this neck again. And then I think the Illuminati head, we will just have it floating. Just a little above this blank neck, this like empty neck. So, and then I'm gonna do one big giant eyeball, and I'm gonna do a little bit of more detail than I would normally do on my eyes, because it is, you know, one big eyeball, and that's like the main attraction of the character. Erase this out here. So maybe still put a big bag under that eye because he's a tired principal. You know, he's been dealing with juvenile delinquent eldritch abominations for generations. And then maybe even like still kind of like block in like brick texture. Like go like this. So like literally the all-seeing eye off the back of the dollar bill. So something like that. And then we'll put in his hand. There's that. I always have to actually look at my hand. So I go, okay, so the outside fingers are going to be on this side, and the thumb would be on that side coming out. And there is that. And then over here, like I said, I just kind of want to put his finger pointing directly at the camera. And like that. So that's the real rough basic sketch that we're gonna go with. I think that's a good little rough character. I like him. I think he looks good. I think he'll make a good sticker. And so I'm just going to double tap my modifier button so that I can do multiple groups or layers and then group those back together and lower the opacity again. And that lets me kind of use this as a reference while I'm actually drawing. And so we're going to actually go into inking now. And I like to use, cool. Yeah, I think it looks a lot better too. I think it looks great. I like to use vector brushes when I ink because it has lots of advantages. One is that if an object is a vector image, if it's vector, I can make it to any size. Oops. And the other is, oh, that snapped weird. Vector trimming. In Fresco, you have this cool feature where if I triple tap on my modifier to kind of make the outside circle blue, then I get vector trimming on vectors, which means that I can cross a vector and it will delete everything from where two vector lines cross over each other, which makes cleaning up extra line art really easy, because then I can also, how did I get switched to white there? I must have accidentally sampled. I can also like do this circle and snap to do a circle for this eye, and then come in here and just clean that up real fast. I need to turn this down. The smoothing was turned way up, and that's also causing me problems. There. So you can do something like that with the eye. And then I am going to do some tapered lines for these like bagged areas under the eyes, like this. I like that quite a bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use what's called the end taper brush here, so that it starts off full size and then tapers as it fades out. And that way I can just like bring in these eyelashes. And I'm not too worried about going over this line because like I said, I can use the vector trimming to come back in and clean it up. And I am that lazy, so that works out well for me. So I can just come in here. This is a thing. Now, the downside to this method, and it's something that impacts me quite a bit because I am lazy, is that I sometimes forget to double check this and will leave lines overlapping when I don't want them to. And that can be a problem. But yeah, I already like this. I think I might bring this triangle in to use a perfect triangle for the head. Like that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it would look better if I did it freehand. I'm gonna do it freehand and see if I like it better. No, I don't. I'm bringing back this guy. There we go. What I do think, though, I think I'm going to do this on a new layer so that I can have that as a reference, and then I'm going to straighten this eye up to match the triangle. Like that. Like that. That looks good. That I think that looks great right there. And then I'm going to come in here and just add some more eye ridges for like the hooded lid, which will read really cool once we add that texturing and stuff back in. All right, so we've got that, so we can come down here and add our tie. taller. And I think one of the things when I'm looking at this, one of the things I like the idea of also is like trying to remember that this is an Illuminati guy, but he's also an old tired high school principal who feels like no one respects him, and he's just like over the world, because that's the character from the movie that we're basing this on. So that's like a whole nother aspect of this, is like trying to add that exhausted look to it. All right, we'll do that. And I'll come in here, just add some like suit lapels. Bring this down like that. I have a system for drawing suit lapels. I always draw them the exact same because I'm a cartoonist, and in a cartoon world, some things never change. Like war never changes. So sometimes when you're doing these lines, they don't actually cross. They look like they're crossing when they touch each other, but they don't ever cross actually. So the vector trimming doesn't work right. It's sad how I've gotten old enough to identify with the bad guy in the Breakfast Club. If it makes you feel better, he was right the whole time. They are a little army of juvenile delinquents who commit multiple crimes in the course of the movie and are not good people. I did my jock sticker this week, and on all of these stickers I also kind of did a little bio for the character, and I pointed out on the jock bio that had he not been good at sports, he would have gone to prison instead of Saturday detention for physically assaulting another student. And I guess you could say that's the principal's in on that. He's complicit with it. So he could still be the bad guy. But that's one of the things about the John Hughes movies, is they are definitely dated. They are movies I absolutely love, but they are very much a product of their era and more than a little problematic, as they say these days. So to do this, I didn't like the wobble I had in my hand. That comes from a combination of my screen protector, probably needing to replace my pencil tip, and the fact that I took SSRI inhibitors for a long time, so now I have wobble in my hand. So I went in and I upped my smoothing, but the smoothing will actually drive me insane if I forget to turn it back off, so I have to make sure I turn it back off. And then again, just trim up this vector trim right here. So we got a little suit jacket there. This guy's actually going to be fairly simple to draw because he doesn't have a face. So that's good. The hands are going to be probably where I spend most of the time on this. And then I'm going to snap that into a solid line, like so. And then I have a very simple way of doing feet. I ignore most of the anatomy of them and just put them out there. Actually, one of the cool things I like about just talking about drawing, the human foot is like a ball with a slide attached to it. So that's how I always visualize the foot. It's just like that. That's my way of doing it. I don't know if it's right or not. I've looked at a lot of reference. I do a lot of reference art, or do a lot of reference when I'm doing art, so that I can get away. All right, so again, we're like going like this. Oh, I guess it would be like this because I have two eyes. I'm not the one all-seeing eye. Should I give him two fingers? Should I have both of the fingers pointing to the one single eye to like kind of really drive that reference home? I'm watching you, punks. That's oh, could be fine. I think one of the things I want to go ahead and just down. One of the things I want to do here is I do want to actually add a little bit more detailed sketch in the background to work off of. So I can kind of come up here. I'd like to do the hand first when, well, maybe. I like to do the hand first when I do arms because then it just clicks everything together. But can't be any worse than Liefield's feet. You know, that's true. And I will never feel guilty about that being true. If I go like this. That would be the palm there, and then the thumb would be coming off here. So we would have this finger like that, this finger like that, and then these two would roll down. Then he'd have this like that. There. That's not too bad. I can live with that. So I will come back to my line art layer, grab my black again, and we will just come in here like so. Bring this around like that. That looks pretty good. That's not a bad hand, especially once I clean up this line art inside of it. Oop. So we're not looking through it anymore. And then I'm just going to bring this down as his arm. Just bring that down and bring in the sleeve like that. Close that down like that. Trim this. So I pointed out the triple tapping so that it's in the outside circle gives you trim tool. When it's in the inside circle, that's just your erase tool. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'm liking that quite a bit. And I'll just slot this extra hand down here where it gets kind of semi-transparent. I am really digging this. I like it. I think it's good. I'm pretty happy with this. Also, since I fixed all of my stuff, I haven't dropped any frames. That's pretty awesome. Go me! All right, and then I'm gonna do the same thing over here where I'm gonna frame this finger. Just kind of want to give it like a thing like that. Bring these in. I want to make sure this reads as his hand coming out from his arm. So I can like do something like that. I didn't put fingernails on this hand, so I can't do it on the other. I think this is gonna work alright. So if I come in here, And I think I want this thumb to be on top. Draw it in first. Like that, right? We'll bring in the finger. This shouldn't close off there. So we got that going. That doesn't look too terribly bad. What are we doing? Is Matt showing feet? Hey, Yeti Detective. I am not showing feet. I am working on my principal sticker. So I've got, I decided to go with the Illuminati head. I kind of sketched out both of them and decided that the Illuminati head just read better as a sticker. I think it's looking pretty good. What do you think? Is this a good sticker? You're a patron, so what do you think? Is this worth your money that you give me every month? We'll bring this in. Those are better than Liefield's feet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Someone at Marvel should hire me and give me money to draw Liefeld feet for him. And then I should get a credit on the Deadpool movie. And that would be awesome. Anyway, I'm going to give a line across there like that. All right, and then we'll collapse this down. So that's going to be, you would stick it, good. That is our principal with his Illuminati head. So let's go ahead and put this layer down here. The actual sticker would end up looking something like this, to go in line with the rest of the stickers that I've done for the month. But we'll add the framing here in a little bit. So let's grab this. It's time to do some flat color. So I'll just come in here and I basically like to select everything outside of the line art and then invert the selection. And we will fill that with our bright pink purple. That gives me something to work off of when I'm doing my flats. And okay, so we'll deselect. And now I'm going to set the line art layer as a reference layer. And I'm going to start by doing his suit as a super dark gray. I think 20% brightness, 0 saturation. Put that in there like that. And then I think I'll do the same for the shoes. And then we'll give him a red tie and a white shirt. And we'll do the whites of the eyes, pupil. And then I'm watching art. Nathan, welcome to the stream. As you can see, I decided to go with the all-seeing Illuminati eye version that you preferred. I think it reads better as a sticker after sketching out both the heads. So I think the sticker is coming together pretty well, actually. I like it quite a bit. What color should I make? Obviously, the pyramid is going to be gold, right? Like we know that's what the pyramid needs to be, gold. It's pyramid. What color should we make the rest of his body parts? Like, should we do hands like normal, the principal from Breakfast Club color? Should we go with a weird color? Should we make them gold? What do you guys think about that? What are your thoughts on principal hand colors, basically? Your guys' hand and his neck are what we're going to be coloring it. While we're doing that, I'll go ahead. I have some pre-built swatches here that I use quite a bit. This top swatch section, the one that just says swatches, is my Taco Viking branding colors. All of these colors are in my Taco Viking logo. So I'm just going to use Taco Viking yellow as my gold. And just come in here and make sure all of that is filled. And then I will take this down and I will reduce it by like 20 brightness. So down to like 78 brightness, normal skin tone, I think. Okay. So by normal skin tone, I'm going to use the skin tone of the principal from the movie, who happened to be a white actor because it was the 80s. And actually there's a really famous movie about a principal from the 80s who was black. One of the best movies of all time. Stand By Me. Lean on Me, Lean on Me. Stand By Me was the one with Will Wheaton. Lean on Me was the one about the principal in Chicago. Anyway, I'm also going to cheat by putting this on a new layer, because I'm going to do this the brick pattern. So I put this on a new layer like this and draw over the top and see it's all covered in everything. But when I snap it down, you can see now it is only over what I want it to be over for now. As I just kind of make a brick pattern here. So yeah, this is just kind of a lazy man's way of doing bricks. And then I can use the layer below it as kind of a reference to come back in here with this tool and erase that. And I will want to do the same thing actually with the hand. Because it is there, even though there's no color there for it to trim over. There's that. And then I can just merge that down onto the color layer. So we've got that. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make this easy on myself. I'll use the skin tone I use in the Taco Viking logo. Like that. And then now we just gotta pick an eye color. And I think we probably want to do like a blue, because I think the Illuminati thinks everybody should have blue eyes. I feel like that's an Illuminati treat. Where is my... Oh, there. I was like, why is my... That's probably too dark. One real quick thing. I can change that color real fast anytime. But I'm going to go ahead and get rid of... See how I've got this kind of like pink halo there? For some reason, when working in vector on Fresco, the reference lines always leave this halo, which is why I got into the habit of adding this solid colored background that I can do as pink. I do it as pink because it shows easy, and then I can just come back in and turn it back to black, and it closes off all of that halo around the line art. And then one other thing that is cool to do when you're trying to decide if you're like if this eye color is bright enough is something I mentioned, is I'm just going to create a black layer on the top and set the blend mode to hue. And that actually does like a darkened black and white so you can see the contrast on the image. And I think that actually looks really like good contrast right there. So I'm gonna go with this. I think this is our guy. Let's give him some shadows to make him pop a bit more. Like, I really want to make sure I'm giving him some shadows under his eyes where he's got this like droopy bag, because he is still a old tired high school principal dealing with the monkey shines of the youths. I will do, man. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. I will talk to you soon. I will keep on cryptiding. So we're just going to come in here. Actually, I'm going to cancel that. I am lazy. That is something I cannot iterate enough as I am drawing these stickers. So I will do any shortcut I can think of when it comes to doing things like my shadows and stuff. So what I like to do to keep my shadows simple is I always start with an 80% gray, 80% brightness gray, and I will set my line art again to a reference layer, and then I'll come in with the magic wand and I will fill sections using the reference layer so that I can keep it inside. And that gives me this, but when I can come in here now and multiply, and you can see that gives me a shadowed color for that actual hue that I'm working on there. So again, I can do the same thing with the eye. I can come in here and round out this eye like this and add that depth there. And we want to do that whole thing with here. We want to come down here on the neck. Definitely want that to look like that. And I'm just going to enclose that like that. I think on this collar, I should just go like this. Do a whole circle there. So the collar gets enclosed in there like that. We'll do these sections down here because we're doing references, line references. If it's a whole section that needs to be shaded, I don't have to worry about highlighting it. I can just shade the whole section like that. And we'll come in here and just pull along the suit edges. Darken that in. I think I'll do the same, like come down, curl, back around on the tie. And all I'm doing is I'm just kind of coming in and basically trying to use very basic shading to add shape to the objects. You know, just giving them a little bit of form and depth. This hand will need come across here where these fingers go down, come back up here, and just follow around like that. Same with this thumb. Just going to keep it pretty simple. I didn't do a whole lot of advanced shading on most of these stickers. They don't read, it doesn't read super well on stickers a lot of the time. So it's not necessarily worth it to spend a lot of time on shading with stickers. But that looks good. I think that looks really pretty nice, actually. I'm pretty happy with it right now. So I'm going to release this reference layer like this, and I'm going to double tap this guy. Double tapping my modifier button lets me select multiple layers real fast, and then I can collapse them into a layer group very easily. And we'll bring up his frame, and I think I'm going to actually pull him down and make him a little bit bigger to the frame. He was roughly sized before, about the same size as my high school students. I think I'm gonna make him a little bit bigger. That looks pretty good. And I actually like this gray in the frame, but I think I want it to be slightly more silver. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of blue, and we'll just do something like that. And I will come in here and do the background the same, but like a really, oh, thank you. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Yeah. There. Oop. There. I think that is my final sticker. I just need to add the text onto it that says the principal. Have fun at board game night. I'm going to actually call it here in just a couple of minutes. I figured I'd do an hour, and the sticker is done. So thank you guys for coming by. I will, from here, I just need to jump this sticker into Adobe Illustrator, where I will do the text. I've got a format I used on all the other stickers, so that will be very simple. And hey chat, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Send this video, the VOD, to all of your friends and be like, hey, this is how cool stickers get made. And thank you guys. Yeti, Nathan, you're both patrons. So thank you for supporting the network, the show, the channel, my art, my journey. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful afternoon, one great evening. I will be back later this week, probably tomorrow, and then maybe Friday. I'm thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, Fridays are good days for me to stream, to work on some more art design and some more products. I need to do something along the lines of I want to do like a tote bag for Halloween, and we'll have to start working on the September theme here pretty soon. So definitely make sure you come back and check that out. Leave comments in the comments or in the chat on ideas that you'd like to see for stickers or a theme for September, and we'll work on some stuff. Thank you for coming by. Have a great day and stay weird.